Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So yeah, today we are going to talk about the upcoming patch. As always, try to build a little bit of hype towards the patch. And I wanted to make two videos actually, one talking about Germany and one talking about Japan. I already am going to do one with Japan talking about the whole tech tree, how it's going to be in the future and stuff. But I actually wanted to talk about specifically on the upcoming patches, what we might see, because apparently Mike said that we might see something back in this dev stream of the last patch. But then he said later that he was mistaken. I don't remember exactly what happened there. But they might be working on something new, 4th generation for Japan, and I think there might be something coming up for Germany as well. Of course, I think the UK and Italy probably will get the Tornado ADV, but let's talk about the options of Germany and Japan. So, in this video, Germany. So, Germany has basically two options, right? It has one option being a very kind of similar to what we saw on the Swedish tech tree, and then a fully fleshed out 4th generation aircraft. So we have the option of the F-4F ICE. Obviously the ICE program was an upgrade for the F-4F that we already have in the tree, but I think it's going to be another aircraft because you know how things are in the game and it would make sense, right? Another thing is the MiG-29A, or it actually doesn't have A there, it's just MiG-29, but it is the 9.12A variant, which is an export variant of the normal 912, which was the first MiG-29 to be ever produced on large scale, right? So it is a little bit earlier than the 913 that we have in the Soviet tech tree. But the main difference is, I already have some particular videos talking about it. The main features is that the 913 has more fuel and it has the ECM, internal ECM, that we don't have in game right now. So we have these two options. I think if the F-4F ICE is added, don't expect an AIM-120, okay guys, because it's the same principle as I said with the Swedish JA37D, right? The D version of the vegan. It didn't receive the RB99, which is the AIM-120B, because nobody else has got them. So they remain with the Sky Flashes and added the AIM-9L. Is it the best option? In my opinion, nope, it's not. I think the MiG-29 is a way better option to it, but it would be a very interesting aircraft. I mean, it has the APG-65, man. It is the same F-4F that we already got, but it is using the APG-65, which is the radar on the F-18. So it is a very good radar indeed. One of the best that we will see in the game right now. And even with that, the main problem is the BVR, obviously. I think it was mainly used for using the the AIM-120, right? So it wasn't, the idea behind it wasn't to use actually the Sparrow, even though there are some reports of the F-4F ICE being able to carry the Sparrow missile, and also there are some reports that they actually did carry before the AIM-120s got to Germany. So I don't know how true this is, I couldn't confirm it, so I wouldn't take the word for it, but still, it would be interesting, right? If in the manual of the ICE, it is basically there that it's using the Sparrow, it could use the Sparrow, it means that Gaijin will probably add it with the Sparrow. So if you add an AIM-7F, for example, or AIM-7M, together with the AIM-9L, and together with the PG-65, I think we have in our hands a very similar aircraft to what the EJ is, but even better. The APG-65 is better than the APG-66, and also the F-4F is the lighter, the lighter version of the F-4 in a general sense, right? It has less mechanisms and a less fuel tank than the normal F-4E. due to not having the in-flight refueling system. And it also has the agile wiggle package, so it would be the lightest and the most maneuverable F4 in the game. And it would have the best radar of the F4, having the same missiles as the EJ So it is a very interesting aircraft if it could receive the Sparrow. As I said, no confirmation on that. And even without it, it would be a kind of an improvement for the Germans, right? It would be a very good option anyway, right? But overall, obviously, the MiG-29 912A is a better option. It is a proper fourth generation aircraft. It has an amazing radar. It has an amazing, basically missiles, right? The R-60M is a pretty good missile. The R-27, it is a good missile as well. But there are some little things to that aircraft as well in the German service, mainly the weapon system. So it is very similar to the Soviet one, but it has less options of missiles. I never saw a confirmation that they actually used the R-73, but I know that the R-60M obviously was used, and also there isn't any confirmation about using the T variant of the R-27. Of course, they did not use the ER, and not even the T, obviously. But the R version they used, the R1, I think it was called, which was an export version of the R. And in theory, the 912A, from Soviet manuals, the 912A can use the R27T. Okay, this is a misconception about the 912A. Only the 912B inside a Soviet factory already could not use the R27T. Okay, guys, so this is the A variant, which was for Warsaw Pact members. It could use the R27T in Soviet manuals, okay? But in the German manuals, the R27T is not even mentioned because they never used that missile. So we probably won't even be seeing the R27T. I think they will remain with the R60MK and the R27R1. It would be an amazing aircraft. It really is an amazing aircraft, but in performance and everything, the radar would be very similar and everything like that. But obviously, it would lack a little bit on the armament. The Soviet one would have a little bit more of a better armament to be used. So with these two little things, these two aircraft, we can have two options: a MiG-29 that is going to be a tuned down MiG-29 from the Soviet one, and then an F-4F that will be the best F-4 in the game, but it is still an F-4 Phantom, right? So I don't know what they are going to do. The confirmation of the Sparrow should be done before they actually add an F-4F without BVR. I think if there isn't any option of using Sparrows, they should wait for the F-4F ICE until we get the M120s in the game and R-77s and stuff like that. So for now, I think MiG-29 is just a better option, but the F-4F is there, maybe to be added instead of it. I think the majority of players would probably like MiG-29 more than the F-4F. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think about this? And yeah, I see you guys on the next one. And bye, guys. See you.